Um, all right. All right. Who is excited today? All right. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this amazing webinar, amazing day with great leaders. Today. With great leaders. We have an agenda packed full of items. We're going to have a great day. Our great special guest, our lovely brother that has decided to at least base our webinar on this platform so we can get a little bit excited and informed. Is with us. When it's the time to introduce him, we will do that. But today, our In It to Win It song in this platform evolve every day. And today, please pay attention. We'll have some updates on the song. We remember our CEO said we are partners with World Best Moment events. Also, the summit that took place recently in Abu Dhabi. Please pay attention to the In It to Win It song. We thank Brother Dr. Derek that always make that song, enrich that song, not only with the original voice, but with messages that we could learn from. So please, and make sure you pay attention. Dr. Derek, over to you.
ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE, the future of internet.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm coming, sis. Okay, bye.
ONPASSIVE, the future of the internet. Stand clear of the closing door, please. And Sister Debbie, our sister Larato is joining us momentarily. The time change just got her. She's coming in, but you can take it over, Sister Debbie. The moderators, take it over, please.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's an honor being with you again today, this beautiful Sunday afternoon. My name is Debbie McCormick, calling in from Chicago. At this time, I'm going to introduce myself, Debbie McCormick, calling in from Chicago. And I will just share a little bit about a mindset. And I'll tell you a little story about myself. I'm from a very small village. I grew up in a family of 14. And I have a stepmother who has 6 children, and the rest are from my mom. I'm the middle girl. I have girls ahead of me and girls after me, and my last brother is a boy. Growing up was a challenge when you have older siblings that you look up to and you have younger ones who look up to you. And I've always wondered, what will I be when I grow up? I never knew what I'll grow up. I knew I would be a mother. I always wanted to be a mother, but I did not know what sort of a mother. But life and its challenges overcome me. And it took a while for me to become a mother, and I tried my best to be the best mother I could to my children. So I have 4 children, 2 adopted and 2 biological. And I am a grandmother recently of 4. They came back to back in one week, 2 sets of twins, boy and girl, boy and girl. It was such an honor and a blessing. The reason I'm telling you about myself is that I started by not being anything, and we got into this journey of ONPASSIVE. And when we started with the ONPASSIVE journey, we had nothing. We knew nothing. We did not even know one another, especially those of us who were here. We did not even know what was going to happen. I joined in December of 2020, and until the period I left for work somewhere, I never missed a single webinar, especially on this forum. And since then, and until now, we have changed. We have evolved on this journey. And just as I'm having grandchildren, a lot of us have become bigger and bigger. We've had different experiences. We've grown. Some of us have grown wings. No matter how the wings is going to carry them, but they've grown wings and gone to better places. And some of us are still sitting there waiting for the unknown. If you are somebody in ONPASSIVE and you're not active, you should ask yourself, what am I not doing and what should I be doing? If you are not doing something, then you're missing. You're missing in life, just as I had to do something for myself and I became something. So within the ONPASSIVE life, the ONPASSIVE family, do something for yourself. Don't sit there and wait for the unknown. You have to be active. You can be active by talking to people, checking on them, calling on them, attending webinars, reading and educating yourself, and learning about all the products that we have out there. Even if it's just a demo product, it still helps you to read. There are a couple of, if you log into your profile, there is something there. You have a handbook, user books. Read over it. Read as many as you can. Read as many things as you are able and capable, because that's the only way you're going to grow. That's the only way you're going to improve your knowledge of what you have. When you come to webinars, it's just to enhance what you already have. But if you do not educate yourself further, you're going to remain stagnant. And who wants to be there? Look at all the beautiful backdrops we have. It evolves every week. Dr. Derek creates them for us. The music that we just listened, it is just evolving on a weekly basis. So let us have our minds to be thinking in advance. Let our minds be creative for us, regardless of where we are, regardless of what we are. How many of us know people who went to bed and did not wake up this morning? I do. For the first time in a long time, I gave up church because of ONPASSIVE. For the first time today, I told my family, I am going to church. I will go to church. And I did. And somebody that we used to always be together in church passed away, and we had to pray. So let us be grateful and thankful for life, grateful and thankful for the people in our lives, grateful and thankful for the things that we have been introduced to and grow in them, like ONPASSIVE, where we currently are. With all my heart, I say, I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. And thank you for letting me share a little bit about myself with you today. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I will say, over to you, Sister Irene.
Okay. Wow. Wow, Sister Debbie, that was awesome. That was so good. You know, like she said, we have to learn to be involved in ONPASSIVE. This is our company. It is our business. You know, no one else can handle it or get involved in it more than we who are the founders of this company. So make every effort to attend webinars. More especially, there are handbooks, there are manuals for you to review, so that you are very confident and you know exactly what this company is all about. So thank you very much, sister. And like we said, we have a lot. We have an agenda packed full for you. And so we're gonna move forward with updates. You know, we are at a point where a lot is very interesting. A lot is going on in our company that we get so excited every week to be updated, to know what is going on. So I'm gonna hand over to our update team, led by our very own Dr. Derek. Dr. Derek, over to you, update team.
Okay. Oh, mercy. I thought we were going to have Lurato. Mercy. Peace, blessings, and enough holy, plenty love to everyone.
No, love.
Holy love, plenty love. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And just to say that this has been so far a wonderful journey. And we have two other persons today that will be also involved in the update. And we're just going to ask him to say a few little words. And that would be, well, ladies before gentlemen, hey, brand ambassador Miriam and brand ambassador Alfred.
Happy International Women's Day to all of you.
Great women of Dream Team, happy Women's Day.
Oh, wonderful. All right. So that is it. Happy Women's Day. And hey, as we know, that definitely we are in that mode also. And thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. And so we are going to look at the updates for this week, well, last week actually, with our wonderful, great and mighty CEO, Ash Mufari. As we know that this month we are celebrating Women's Month, International Women's Month. And actually this week, presently, maybe it finished by now because you know, Dubai is ahead of us, really and truly. Well, Abu Dhabi. And that is one of the reasons we showed all of those states, 7 states of the United Arab Emirates. And so the first state that you saw earlier on in the In It to Win It, the first state was Abu Dhabi. And this weekend, we involve, and ONPASSIVE is one of the partners in that event at the World Women Entrepreneur Summit. And wonderful, wonderful. And so more of our updates. Miriam, take it away.
Mr. Ash Mufari, MIT, 6 March 2023. This is a big day.
Let me take it away. Mr. Ash Mufari, MIT, 6 March 2023. This is a big day. Quality of sound and video and scalability are the factors that must be nailed when creating video conferencing platforms. So, thanks to our engineers, we are able to achieve this critical resource. Our current usage of resource is lower than 3% on all critical factors.
We are delighted to experience this with you, and thank you to all the 50K that have joined so far, and you are helping us to scale this. We are working towards a platform with a single sign-on. Every week, more and more wow and AI features will be added, and with more practice, we will have more resources which will be hosted in our data center, and we will be offering the solution at a great economical price.
Put your hands together for our team, because there is nothing we cannot do in ONPASSIVE. What we have now is a partnership with the leading events hosts, not only in the UAE, but all across the entire region. And we have a partnership. No other company has had this kind of partnership with the approval of the entire UAE government.
How did they go from desert to now? They had it for quite a few decades, and they knew it would not last forever, so they used the wealth to gain prosperity in the country. They planned these years ahead. They knew they wanted to attract every traveler across the globe.
They knew how to prepare for the future and work proactively to attract travelers and tourists. Dubai is no longer relying on oil. They knew that their oil reserves will run out in 2006, so they had to think of the future many years ago. They turned to real estate. Now you see the results.
Recently, they started to look at AI and IT for what they can bring to their economy. This is big for travel and entertainment within UAE. Millions of visitors visit Dubai, and all of that has contributed to the economy. Dubai is one of the most sought after destinations for travelers from around the world.
When I talk about this model and the leadership and this example of the economy, I am not talking about politics. I am speaking of business vision, and all the Emirates citizens should be proud of that. They have great destination. This is now the lifeblood of their economy. Did you know that UAE does not have any homeless people and crime does not exist?
AI and IT will never get oversaturated, and these are the most needed for the entire globe. The link here is now. We are going in the same direction to monetize this to other sectors. We made from scratch the technology that will enable us to work on our dream. It is not limited to Dubai. It is a bigger mission.
This partnership is not open to anyone else. Professor Susan is a household brand herself. We are fortunate to claim that for our company. She can use this power and resource to escalate the achievement of our vision. And she does not need to contribute using money, but by the power of her reputation and connection, she is going to make a difference and empower humanity.
When she approaches people, they do and join whatever she tells you. And we appreciate her and her team in O Media, as everyone wants to work with them. No one can say no to her, and she doesn't take a no for an answer. Best moments, events, and Dubai. Government monitor every event.
When they opened the Royal Atlantis last month, the most expensive and lavish in the region, and on the opening night, they had Beyoncé and 48 persons, all female orchestra, and was paid US 24 million US dollars.
Yes, Brand Ambassador Alfred, I noticed that you are stumbling on that money, but yes, Beyonce was paid 24 million US dollars just for one night. Well, that it wasn't even the whole night. It was maybe about an hour and a half or a hour performance by Beyonce, and she was paid 24 million. Take a look at this video. Yes, the cheapest ticket that you could get for that event was $841 US. That was the cheapest ticket. Her and her family stayed at that hotel, the Atlantis, the Royal, and it was $100,000 US per night. Yes, that's what I said, Alfred. $100,000 US per night at the wow is right at the Atlantis Royal. so this is the type of events that ONPASSIVE is going to be also partner with in actually the entire UAE. Just a little look at inside her hotel. Well, let me not say hotel. It's actually the Royal Mansion penthouse. The $100,000 US that was paid per night for her and her family to stay for that performance at the opening of the Atlantis, the Royal.
Dubai oil, tourism, and future with AI are there. And right in between ONPASSIVE, we are only the first company to partner with these sectors within the government of Dubai. All sectors of entertainment are what Best Moment Events does, and ONPASSIVE is now their partner.
No one else could even be a possible candidate to join them, not even a discussion anyone else could get. We are a partner to the leadership, pros, and governments. Every singer and star in the region has millions and millions of followers that can add up to billions. Numbers do not lie. So whenever an event is taking place ONPASSIVE, it's right there.
Hold up. Brand Ambassador Alfred, I think you need to read that again.
Yes.
Because I don't think people got that a while ago. Because everybody is so calm, so calm, you know, on the screen. I don't think we really
let me take it all
repeat that
over
again. Repeat that again.
Yes.
No one else could ever be a possible candidate to join them. Not even a discussion anyone else could get. We are a partner to the leadership, pros, and governments. Every singer and star in the region has millions and millions of followers that can add up to billions. Numbers do not lie. So whenever an event is taking place, ONPASSIVE is right there.
It looked like we never heard. Never heard that Beyonce was paid 24 million US for one little 1 hour event that she did. We never heard that. But that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead.
Every time you see an event, you will see that it's sponsored by ONPASSIVE. No longer are the days you place an ad in the newspaper and wait for people to follow up with you. This is going to give us more authority in credibility and exposure. We are dealing with the top of
the top. Mercy.
We do not need any other validation anywhere. We are with the right team and talent, and anyone can try, but they will never ever get it. So many partnerships have come from that and will continue to grow. It's already happening, and the ripple effect of this is wild. Wow.
Wow. O Connects and O Booking. Just imagine the possibilities worldwide.
Wonderful.
We have much more cooking. We will share them with you as we can. Anything and any technology you imagine is possible. We are a startup company, a unicorn before it's born.
It is born.
I forgot to tell you, we are splitting the revenue with the Best Moments event. You could have just this and be done.
Oh, mercy,
Can I
mercy.
read this?
Oh my.
Mercy, mercy.
Can I
you read that again?
Let me read it again. I forgot to tell you, it's a secret. We are splitting the revenue. I get tongue-tied because it is so exciting. We are splitting the revenue with the Best Moments event. You could have just this and be done.
Oh my, well, yes.
Oh my God.
Miriam, with 25 million paying one person, 25 million for one little event that took place one night. Oh my goodness.
Before you go any further, Alfred, this is what you'd say. Fire, fire, fire.
Yes, we should be in Oconic. Then we'd have pressed that fire button.
As you get the hang of OConnect, I will introduce O-Tracker 100% AI. We are indeed the correction to the corruption. Did you hear that?
Yes.
No longer is the monopoly of a couple of wealthy billionaires and the rest of the world is watching while some people have a big struggle with their daily living. The picture is wrong and we must make a difference.
Yes, we must make a difference. How you use this technology is up to you. We are the final stages. We are in the final stages, and where we are today is so close to the fulfillment, and it will not end. ONPASSIVE is entirely phase one of our vision. We are working on other phases silently, but with full dedication behind the scenes.
Wow. I mentioned to you recently, we do not have enough time in our life to do everything. We will make sure it is done no matter who gets the credit. We are just getting it done. I am not here to get into small details, and I am assuming we are above average. I talked to you in a fashion where I assume you are getting the message.
All right. Are you hearing? Are you absorbing? Are you listening? Make sure you take it in. And or referring back to other founders to know you cannot replace this journey with no other company.
Oh my.
Can I say that again?
Oh my.
You cannot replace this journey with no other company. We are humble and coming from out of nowhere to make history.
Wow. Start thinking like us and we will replicate a model and make sure your dream will not only go just back to you, but also share it with someone else. Science says it will come back to you tenfold. It just works that way. Holy book from all religions say so too.
Give,
you hear that?
Give, and it will come back to you. Press down, shaking together, and running over. Oh, no, it's not that time yet. Not that time.
31,000 at 12:10 hours EST. 46,925 at 37 hours EST. The total amount of unique attendees to the event today is 76,357. Can we say that number again? 76,357. As we approach Women's Day, we are a main sponsor of World Women Entrepreneur Summit. This is an exclusive deal for us because we are making the transition to empowering women using our AI technology.
The top 5 countries attending this meeting are India, Bangladesh, USA, Germany, Canada.
Followed by Hungary, Slovenia, UK, France, UAE, Switzerland, Morocco, Austria, Australia, Malaysia, PNG, Papua New Guinea, Jamaica, Spain, Cameroon. Thank you to all those who attended. This helps us greatly in testing and making our products better.
We are ONPASSIVE AI.
This has been your updates.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Updates team. We truly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I want to welcome our leaders. We have Dr. Bill Williams in the house. We welcome you. And we have our great presenter, our dedicated leader, Brother Michael Wiliams-AIM. We love having you, sir. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. And the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Debbie. I trust I'm well audible. Was having some technical difficulties here, but hopefully it's all resolved.
Yes, we can hear you.
Excellent. Thank you, Alfred. Today's a great day. You know, although some of us have had less sleep, it's a great day. And the reason it's a great day is because we are still in the land of the living, you know? And listening to what our dear sister Debbie was saying, you know, it really is a privilege. These are things that we take for granted, you know, just being able to wake up, you know, to see another day. You know, so it's a great day because of that, not because of what's going to be said, not because of what has already been said, but just the fact that you're still in the land of the living. Okay, it's a great day. So you're already blessed. So we can all close down the Zoom and can't say go home, but go back to our other activities because we're already blessed. Okay. As I think back, you know, when I first got into ONPASSIVE, you know, what was I doing? You know, I was working our AIM system simply because we always believed that the only way for the majority of people to succeed is to actually have an automated system. The only way, you know, and I'm sure many of you can attest to that you've tried this and you've tried that, you've done your best, and yet your best wasn't good enough. And it's not because of lack of trying, It's not because of lack of desire. It's not because of any laziness. The truth of the matter is, it's a lot of hard work to succeed. And that goes for anything in life, right? It doesn't matter if your children have various activities for them to be successful at it. You know, hard work is involved. In business, you know, especially if you're starting your own business, you know, a lot of people think, you know, becoming an entrepreneur, oh, that's so easy. Oh, I'm just going to go start my own business. And yet we know that most businesses fail in the first 3 to 5 years. The majority of them, they fail, right? And this is why we have such a small amount of billionaires in the world, because it's not easy. Of a population of almost 8 billion people, and we have, last time I checked, I believe it was 2,664 billionaires in the world that we're aware of, right? There may be, you know, some that we may not be aware of, but using Forbes numbers, that's it, less than 3,000. So if it was easy, there will be a lot more billionaires in the world, right? And the same can be said for millionaires and so on, right? So it is not easy. And it all has to do with the sales process, right? In order to make money, we have to sell something, sell a product, sell a service, right? Now I'm talking about legitimate businesses, right? Okay, you have to sell something. Think of all the time that has to go into that process, the energy, the skills, the money that have to go into it. So all of a sudden you come up with this great product, right? And now you want to sell it. Because we're talking about commercialization today, right? So you want to sell this great product that you have. It's the best product in the world. But if no one knows that you have it, if no one knows where to find it, it doesn't matter how good it is, right? Does that make sense? People
Yes,
have to be able to find your offer, your product, your service. They have to know where you are, okay? They have to know how to get it, right? And that's what we refer to as traffic. Traffic. Okay, having people, real eyeballs, taking a look at what you have to offer. And this, my friends, is where people fail. This is where they stumble. How many people you know that have opened up a restaurant, as an example, and in a matter of a year, a couple of years maybe, gone by the wayside? Why? Because enough people were not coming into their restaurants, right? The same can be said with any other stores that you can think of, any other business that you can think of. If there isn't enough customers coming in, the business is going to shut down, right? Now, when you're a new kid on the block, when you're now just coming out, will people trust you? Will people like you? Because if they don't, they're not going to buy from you, right? This is why people in the media, when they create negativity about a company, about an individual, okay, it's a uphill battle for that person or business, right? Because people like to do business with people. People like to do business with people that they trust, that they like, okay? And ONPASSIVE is no different. So here comes the new kid on the block. And so ONPASSIVE says, okay, it's a lot of hard work, but we're prepared to do it or die, right? From the very beginning, our CEO, Ash Mufareh, stated, do it or die. And I know a lot of people thought he was crazy. A lot of people didn't believe him. A lot of people didn't trust him. Even today, we still have skeptics. Can you believe that? Even today, with all that they have seen, there are some folks that are still skeptical. Why? Because the focus is on self. The focus is on what's in it for me, when am I going to get it, how much am I going to get, etc. Right? And the truth of the matter is, when we take the focus off ourselves and we put it on someone else, when we put it on others, it's amazing how we become successful in life. When we start to create products or services that others want, that others need, that others will buy, it's amazing how we become successful. And so ONPASSIVE started out back in July of 2018 with nothing, right? With nothing, just an idea. And in a matter of 6 short months, 10,000 people jumped on board. Because the message resonated with those individuals. They knew that the road to success was difficult because they've been on that road and have been going around like a hamster on that wheel, just going around and around and around. And for some reason, success just keep missing them. Or they may have tasted success and wanted more, but it wasn't to be had. And we continued that journey. We continued, and we've seen the company evolve because there was always a plan. Always. Right? There was always a plan. That plan is still in place. And we've seen how the company went from one to the next, to the next, to the next, and just continued to rise from one top to the next top. That is the journey, folks. That is the journey. Because today, they say hindsight is 20/20, right? Today, we can look back in time and we can see all that has transpired. We can look back in time and see all of the success along the way. So now where everyone is so excited, I shouldn't say everyone, let me say the majority, okay? Because as I said, there's still some skeptics, even within. Right? The majority of people are so excited when they're seeing all these different partnerships. But some are wondering, okay, what's the big deal? Okay, so you have a partnership with Best Moment Events. Okay, big deal. Okay, so you got a train station with your name on it. Okay, big deal. Okay, so you're doing a live show on Burj Khalifa. Big deal. Right? And so on and so on. Right? There are some, and that's what they're saying. What's the big deal? Folks, if you want to have different results, you have to do something different. It's just common sense, right? It's just simple. You understand? If I'm running 100 meters and I'm doing it the same way I've always done it, and my time is just not improving, right? My same training over and over, I'm doing everything the same. But yet I want to run faster. Like, don't have to change something up? Maybe get a different coach, maybe try a different training routine. Don't have to do something, you know, maybe change my diet, right? What I'm putting into my body, right? Because that's the fuel that I need. You understand? I have to do something different. This is the same thing for business, folks, right? If you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you keep getting the same results, which is lack of success, then you have to try something different. We know about advertising, right? We understand search engine optimization. We understand, you know, getting pay-per-clicks, keyword advertising, and so on and so on. But there's so much, folks, that goes into that. And the majority of people don't understand it. Don't, right? Are you a good copywriter? So when you write something, will people buy from what you've written? You understand? There's so much that goes into it. So ONPASSIVE is saying we are different. You do not need to be a copywriter in ONPASSIVE, and yet you will succeed. You do not need to understand search engine optimization, and yet you will succeed. You do not need to have any designing skills, and yet you will succeed. Most people can't even build a simple website, and yet you will succeed. You understand, folks? ONPASSIVE is doing things in a different way so that we, all of us, can have a different results. All of us can taste what it is to be successful. All of us can leave a legacy for our family. So ONPASSIVE is doing it in a different way. So here comes all these partnerships to help promote our brand, to help with the exposure, okay? To be able to engage people in ways that have not been done before. That's why our CEO says, yeah, like forget about that old stuff, right? Forget about the old way of marketing and advertising and all of that, okay? We can do things different because it's gonna take doing things different in order to sell the products that we'll have in order for each and every one of us to generate the income that we're looking for. Because that's what commercialization is all about, right? We want to now monetize the products that we have on hand. So the company says we're going to have a few free products. People says, okay, well, how am I going to make money with free products? Some folks even ask, can I make money with those free products, right? But if you have a product and you did not sell it, then how do you make money, right? The money has to come from somewhere, right? But all these free products are very, very important to our ecosystem. They're very, very important to your bottom line, to your bank account. They're important because all those free products is going to help with traffic. It's going to help with exposure. It's going to help with widening the brand. It's going to help with people liking and trusting you. All of them will. All of those free products is going to help people purchase the paid products. Right? Folks, there's a plan in place. This is built by design, and we are on the verge of shaking up the entire globe. Understand that, right? Understand that. So specifically for OConnect, yes, you know, we had 50,000 that was on, okay? 76,000 unique just simply means at some point in time, 76,000 different individuals logged into the system. Okay, not all at the same time, otherwise we would say we had 76,000 on, right? It was 50,000 that was on at a given time, okay? Or slightly under that. Now I want you to think about Zoom. I want you to think about Zoom's pricing. Okay, and we're only talking about Zoom simply because we're all familiar with it. We're all on Zoom right now, okay? And we've used it for a number of years, okay? So we know that they're 10,000. Again, I've not looked at their numbers. I don't know if it has changed or anything like that, okay? But it's just for you to get the idea. So with 10,000 attendees, okay? $6,500 US per month, 10,000 attendees. Now, what that tells me, if we can get 50,000 and we're only using 3% of our resource in order to accommodate that, if the company decided to offer 50,000 attendees for $6,500 US per month, it would sell. Now, you may not buy it, you may not spend $6,500 US, but there are people right now paying Zoom $6,500 US per month for 10,000 attendees. You don't think if I approach those individuals and say, well, you can come over here and get 50,000 instead of 10,000 for the same price, you don't think they would? Absolutely they would. Now, am I saying that's what the pricing is? Absolutely not. I'm just painting the picture for you folks. to understand what we have in our hands, to see the potential. 50,000 for 10 instead of 10,000 for the same price of $6,500 a month. Now you calculate that, right? Calculate that with the amount of customers that will come over. I won't calculate it for you, right? The bottom line is it's going to be a big number, right? It's going to be a big number. Now, can you imagine if the company says, okay, we can do 50,000, but we don't need to charge people a ridiculous amount. We know that you're charging $6,500 for 10,000 attendees. Oh, hey, we can offer 50,000 attendees, maybe $1,000 a month. Can you imagine what would happen? Just think about that, folks. Can you imagine what that is? Okay, let's zoom in on you. Okay, you as an individual, right? Because I know most people, they're thinking about themselves, and that's okay. We're not saying that you shouldn't think about yourself. We just want to make sure that you're thinking about others as well, okay? So you as an individual, what if you have 100 customers? Just 100 customers. And these 100 customers are buying OConnect because they need it for whatever it is that they do. Now, I'm not talking about founders. I'm talking about the public. I'm talking about customers, okay? Pure customers, okay? People that are already using platforms such as Skype, AnyMeeting, GoToWebinar, Zoom, right? Just think about that. Just 100 customers. And if they had the need for 10,000 capacity, 20,000, 30,000, whatever the number is, can you imagine that they are paying $100 a month for that? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you are simply generating $1,000 a year, $1,000 a year, okay, from each customer that you have? Just $1,000 a year. $1,000 a year, that's what? Monthly? Right? Put that in monthly so that you understand the numbers. $80? It's not a lot of money for a product such as this, right? So you do your own math, folks, right? Just small amount of money with a few customers, and people's lives are starting to change. Starting to change. That's just one product. That's just OConnect. And we know the others. We know that there are other paid products. We know that other paid products is coming right after OConnect, right? So can you imagine that each of your 100 customers, they're just buying 3 products. That's it, just 3. I know how many products I use right now that I'm paying on a monthly basis for, and it's more than 3. In order for me to do what I do, there are multiple products that I use currently, right? So think of it as I'm one customer to someone, and I'm using more than 3 products. The bottom line, folks, is that ONPASSIVE is putting us in such a way that it's like we are the experts. We are the expert marketers without being an expert. This is where the automated system comes in. This is where all the heavy lifting comes in. Does it mean that we shouldn't do anything at all? No. But to each their own. Some people will get it, and some people will act accordingly. Right? Remember I said, People should not be scared of hard work. The beauty about this business is that once you have a customer, I'm confident that customer will be for life. Because they're going to love what they have in ONPASSIVE. They're going to love ONPASSIVE products. Because they're all set up in such a way to fill your bottom line. They're all set up in such a way for you to benefit financially from it. Now, folks, people keep asking, well, when are we going to commercialize this product? But we've been waiting, some a year, some 2 years, some 3 years. We've been waiting. So what's a little longer to wait? Knowing that everything is being done for our best interest. Right? Because when it comes, folks, we're talking about a floodgate. We're talking about a tsunami. We're not talking about little raindrops. And even raindrops will fill up a bucket, right? But we're talking about a flood. Why? Because of everything that the company is doing up front. All this partnership, all this branding, everything that's been done up front is to ensure that when the company presses that button and the door opens, a stampede is coming into ONPASSIVE. It is simple, folks, but yet brilliant. Simple, but yet brilliant. We have some brilliant-minded individuals. We have some people who are the best of the best. And that's why we are at the top. So understand that. Understand that, folks. Old trim that you see, that is a product that we can easily charge $300 a month for, and people would pay it because they're already paying it. Right? Old mail. Well, people says, well, I have my Gmail, it's free, I don't pay for it. I have my Hotmail, it's free, I don't pay for it. Hey, now, have you ever thought about why Google gives away their Gmail for free? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought how Google makes billions of dollars? What are they selling?
Gmail.
Right? What are they selling?
And your data.
They're selling something. Now, I didn't want to say it, Dr. Derek, but they're selling something. Okay?
Our data.
Okay? So there's a reason why they offer it for free. There's benefits in offering something for free. People love free. They will engage when you offer them something for free. Okay? But on the other side of it, they are selling, even Gmail, they do sell it. You know, again, I have accounts that utilize almost 15 gigabytes, right? Once you go over that threshold, if you want more, you need to pay for it, right? And so on. The point is that everything this company called ONPASSIVE is doing is being done up front so that on the back end, there's little work that needs to be done in order to generate the income. Because you can do a little bit of work up front, folks, and then you have to do a lot of work on the back end to try and generate that income. Or you can flip it around and do the majority of the work up front, and then on the back end, there's very little to be done. That's what ONPASSIVE is doing. That's what we're involved in. We're involved in a company that's done all the heavy lifting so that on the back end, there's very little to be done. It's brilliant. We will create automatic internet millionaires with ONPASSIVE. We will. There is no doubt about that. Some of you will get there before others, and that's okay. As long as you accomplish your goal, not what my goal is, but what your goal is for yourself and your family. That's the bottom line. And will we be able to do that? Absolutely. Can we do that with just one product, OConnect? Absolutely. There is no doubt that just that one product is enough. It's enough, folks. It really is. This company is doing everything that it needs to do to ensure that your family has a legacy for generations to come. No other company is doing that for you right now. None. Not one other company. Microsoft is not doing it. Apple's not doing it. Facebook is not doing it. Instagram, the list goes on and on. They're not doing it for you. Amazon is not doing it for you, right? But yet, we spend so much money with these companies. Okay, how many people have an iPhone? How much did that cost, right? How many products have you purchased from Amazon.com, right? We spend a lot of money with these companies. And what do we get in return, right? How has that benefited us? And here at ONPASSIVE, what we do, we spent $97 to get a spot. To get a spot. $97. I know my iPhone costs a lot more than $97, right? And that iPhone is not generating an income for me. Not on its own. Okay, not on its own. But I am contributing to Apple's revenue. I'm contributing to the billions of dollars that they make each year. And what do they give back? Nothing. How are they helping humanity with all that money that they're making? Now, do they donate? Sure they do. A small percentage. Right? Can they do a lot more than they're doing? Absolutely. This is why we have Oh Bless, to ensure that when our pockets get filled, that we will also be thinking about others, that we'll be able to bless the lives of others. You see the difference? You see about doing things different, folks, so that we can have different results? ONPASSIVE is the ultimate business. It just is. It's the ultimate business. It just is. And we are so grateful that we are a part of this. We are so thankful the day we said yes to get in. We're so grateful that we didn't just keep it to ourselves, but we shared it with thousands of individuals out there around the world. Because we know that their lives will be changed for the better. That's what ONPASSIVE is about. It's about changing people's lives. So as we move forward, folks, it's only going to get better and better. Our next experience on OConnect is going to be better than the last one. Once we start to open the doors that we can start selling this wonderful product, just think about how your life will start to change. Have you positioned yourself? Have you positioned yourself? Because we had opportunities after opportunities to position ourselves. Some of you took advantage of that, which was good. Okay? These accounts that we have are precious, precious. These are precious, precious accounts. It's a real asset. And yet some people take it for granted. Just the other day, we had somebody who wanted out. Ha! Ha! I felt like banging my head against the wall. You know, but again, we don't discourage people, right? If that's their decision, that's their decision. right? We don't discourage anyone. You're just going to have some folks that will continue to search and search and search. Why? Because they're looking for a magic pill and not realizing that ONPASSIVE actually is a magic pill. ONPASSIVE actually is that golden goose, right? I'd rather have the goose than the egg. Understand? But they will continue to search because they want to just take some money, throw it into something, and then poof, miraculously, all this money just floats out of thin air. That's what they want. And they've been doing that year after year after year. And what happens to them year after year after year? Failure, failure, failure. And that's the road they want to continue to travel on. The smart folks have jumped off that train and jumped onto the ONPASSIVE train. The smart folks. And I know that everyone that I'm speaking to right now are smart individuals, and that you cherish your account or accounts, because multiple accounts simply means multiple income stream, because each one is an independent business. Folks, we are in the greatest shape of our lives. Thanks to ONPASSIVE, thanks to our CEO, thanks to our tech team, thanks to all our support staff, and thanks to all of us as brand ambassadors. Thank you so much for the time. Back to you, Sister Debbie.
Thank you so much, Brother Michael. I don't want to attempt to summarize what you just said because everyone was attentively listening and making notes on their own. We appreciate you. And at this stage, I will say I'll call on Dr. Bill. He's in the house if he has something to say before I call on my sister, Loretta. Hello, Dr. Bill. Good morning.
Hey, Debbie.
Welcome.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can, sir.
Good, good. I'm over visiting my grandkids and enjoying being with them today, but I wanted to pop in because it's always great to be on Dream Team. And really excited to follow Michael. He's got the words, you know, he's always got the key insights. So thank you for inviting me to come on for a minute. One thing that Michael said that really I agree with, that was you need to increase your circle of influence if you're going to be successful. And, you know, we talked about doing that individually while we were trying to build our founder level group. But what's really exciting to see is that ONPASSIVE is doing that as a corporate level. And if you look at the 7 mountains of marketing strategy, where you attract a bigger circle of influence around each of the 7 mountains, like the economy, the business world, the travel industry, the sports world, the media, entertainment, spiritual groups, family groups. If you look at all the different 7 mountains, ONPASSIVE is one by one going through each of them and increasing their circle of influence. You know, they took on and captured the world's attention through sport when they did the World Cup thing. When they did the metro in Dubai, they really did capture transportation hub concepts, and people that were involved with transportation paid attention. And then when they did the Burj Khalifa, that was all about tourism, travel industry. And then you talk about lately the women's conference that they're sponsoring. That's half the world right there, the women, but also it's good causes. And then you look at the earthquake relief program. You're looking at the nonprofits and the people that do mission around the world. They paid attention to those kind of things. So ONPASSIVE is attacking each of the 7 mountains with a strategic plan, and they're increasing their circle of influence for us. It's all for us, you know, so we don't have to do it ourselves. So that's just one of the things I wanted to echo, is that we've got a corporate team who's strategically taken on every level of influence out there and increasing the knowledge, and people understand who we are, what we are, according to their interest. And so you have to go to what they're interested in and talk to them in that language. So we're getting there slowly, surely over time, to where the day we launch, we'll be already known in so many circles, and we'll continue to climb those mountains. So that's my point of view today. And I agree that we don't have to do anything if we don't want to. We can just sit back and let it work. But you do have to plow the ground and plant the seed by being the member. And I'm ready, just like you are, for that to start happening. Good to be with you guys today.
Thank you, Dr. Bill. Thank you so much. Your 1 minute is worth 1 hour with us. We appreciate having you as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll pass this over to my sister, Lerato, Shadare Prosperity. Sis.
Hey, sis, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. Today I was so late. One, the whole thing of time change got me, okay? It was just, yeah, today was not, it was one of those days, right? And I'm just so blessed to be here. Thank you, Dr. Bill. Like my sister Debbie said, that 1 minute with you is like a million years worth of wisdom. So thank you so much for your words. And thank you, Brother Michael. It's just, just everything is stirring up. Like, I am so excited. I'm beside myself. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, was it yesterday? The day before yesterday, I was invited to sing at they were opening, they were introducing a new car for Hyundai in the south of Germany, right? So I'm there, you're meeting all these executive people, you're talking about different things, technology. And if I tell you that every 2 seconds, I was like, ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE. Like, I can't shut up about my company. I'm telling everybody, I'm showing them videos, I'm like, listen here, this is what we do, okay? So I cannot shut up. So what you said, Brother Michael, when you said that, a lot of people don't see the vision because their focus is on themselves, right? They're not asking themselves, okay, since I got this beautiful gift, Sister Debbie said it too, that, we have this gift of ONPASSIVE. We are here every day. There's some people every day, they're on a webinar, putting in energy into this something beautiful. You don't have to do anything, but the least that you do is to show where your mental, where you are in terms of your mindset, right? We are on the mindset of prosperity. We are on the mindset of winning, right? So if you're on the mindset of winning, as much as all of us here, we're saying, oh, we're gonna end. For me, it's beyond money. You don't understand. ONPASSIVE for me at this point is beyond money. I don't see money. I see beyond. I don't even have a word of how to explain what I see with ONPASSIVE. I am so proud. I'm beyond proud. Everywhere I go, the circles that I go into, I meet, people in different aspects of life or in different levels of life. I cannot keep quiet about what we do, more especially about OBLESS. Our technology, everything. I cannot keep quiet. Nobody has to ask me. I'm there talking about ONPASSIVE. And I've not earned a cent. It's not even my focus, right? So it just has to do with our mindset, because if you understand that the greatest success for me, I don't know for you, the greatest success for me would be for ONPASSIVE, through ONPASSIVE, to reach places that have been forgotten. There are places that have been forgotten. There are children that have been forgotten. They don't have anything working in their countries or in their small villages. Children don't have tables. Things are not happening. For me, through ONPASSIVE, I want us to see humanity moving, people living, having a full experience of life. I don't know how for you will express that life, but for me, I know how I'm going to express that. And I'm still expressing it now, because my mentality is, if we take everybody else with us to live to their full potential and not just exist, but live, because life is for living, right? It's for living. Mm-hmm. And so as we are here expressing ourselves in their different capacities and different expressions, which are beautiful, for me, I want to be able to reach the forgotten. And ONPASSIVE will be the vehicle that will take me there, because then we have that backing up of our finances and all the things that we need to reach those places. So it's beyond money. I'm just beyond proud of all our milestones. I mean, in a short period of time. I remember when Mr. Ash was talking in December, and we just did the Burj Khalifa, and then the next thing is, oh, Bean Sports, we have a partnership with Bean Sports. I'm like, okay, you're watching that, and then there's a train station. You're like, oh, okay, how do I breathe through this one? Because if you understand the vision and what we're doing right now, you will see beyond everything that has been done. Is very strategic. It is set up for success. He said it out of his own words. It's like failure is not an option. And every move that ONPASSIVE is making is a sure move to prosperity and your success, right? So I'm uber excited where I am. Excitement doesn't even define how I feel about ONPASSIVE. It doesn't even define it. I don't have words. I don't think words are even in our vocabulary to explain how I feel and how grateful I am. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful because I know people that I'm meeting here, people that we're talking to, people that we will reach is the people of the same mind. And we're getting ready to shake the planet. We care about humanity. We care about change. We care about fairness. We care about those qualities. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here. And that's why we're selected for a mission. This mission is for a selected people. And we will achieve that. We are here to change things. We are here to change the narrative. And these are the people that I'm talking to today. You understand? So I am uber excited. I am just I'm beyond grateful. Every day I'm just expressing my gratefulness. I am so happy to be here. And thank you so much, Brother Michael, because when you were speaking, I was picking up some things from your spirit and from what you was in the spirit that you were saying it in. And I'm just uber grateful and excited. Even when Debbie was talking about, guys, you have to think about what you can give. How do I contribute? Instead of saying, I'm waiting for this to happen in order for me to get engaged. No, it's about how do I serve ONPASSIVE? How do I serve? Because if we come with a mentality of serving, then every good thing will come to us. Because if you come with a mentality of opening up that energy to say, I'm giving, because you're open, already everything else is ready to come in. That's the secret, everybody. The secret is that when you're open, when your energy is open, when you come in with the mentality of openness and serving, everything then else comes, right? So blessed is the hand that giveth more than the hand that receives. Because when you give, you're open. You're open. So we have to understand that. So all of us are here contributing our time, giving off of our energy, not for nothing, but for something mighty that is happening. For the planet, for humanity, and through ONPASSIVE and through all of us. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Brother Michael, for speaking and everything that you said. I mean, you were speaking about the numbers. When you said, calculated yourself, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm going to come to you to talk to me about that one. Me, that's not my forte. I'm a singer, okay? When you come to calculate this €1 here, I'm like, okay, I'll come to you, Brother Michael. You'll be able to explain that to me a little bit better. But I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much to everybody here. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek, Sister Debbie, Dr. Patience, all of us here, Sister Yvonne, everyone that is here. I am so grateful. I just want you to know that you have a great responsibility and you're selected for a mission as big as this. The mere fact that you're here, that means there's something that you still have to give, and it's powerful. And ONPASSIVE is going to be a vehicle that will help all of us to do this. But our mindset has to be right. So thank you so much, Brother Michael. I don't have any questions for you, but I'm just echoing what you said. I'm just excited, and more than excited, I am grateful. I am grateful. Gratitude. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
We love you too, Sister Prosperity. We love you. We love you too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Brother Michael, this is just, I just need a clarification on something which I don't know who I should go to, but since you're here, I'm sure you're the right person to reach out to. Because of the last couple of days, there's been a lot of robots being shared through several forums. With ONPASSIVE everywhere, and there was one which is like in the mall. Can you just help shed a little bit of light to that? Just clear cloud off my mind because I don't know what it is and I don't know how to clarify or explain to somebody because I've had so many questions from people asking, what are these robots? What are they for? What's going on? Where is this? And I have no idea. Maybe you know what it is just for clarification purposes. Thank you.
Well, the thing is this, we as founders, every time we get our hands on something, we just feel the need that we just have to just blast it all over the place. And we never wait for the company to kind of come out and address it, present it, so it's almost like we're superseding the company, so to speak, right? So it really is important that, we may see something somewhere, and before we get all,
excited.
Well, I mean, we can get excited, right? That's fine. And I know it's out of excitement why we do what we do. But I do recall on a previous webinar where our CEO and the team had some things they wanted to share with us. And, they like to share things in their own way, right? And share things at the appointed time. And sometimes, we kind of get in that way because we saw it somewhere, so we end up putting it out there and kind of steal the thunder, if I could use that phrase. But it is real, and we will get more information about it. It is something that was conducted in Dubai, but we'll hear more about it. Just know it is real. It's not something that is fake. The company is doing lots and lots and lots of things, and not everything is privy to us, but certainly, they always make it available to us in due time. So this is no different, right? So I'm just gonna kind of leave that so that our CEO can speak more about it in due time. And I don't mean months from now, okay? Very shortly, we'll get more information about that. But I do want to just put our dear sister at ease with just two simple numbers, okay? Me personally, my business, okay, my personal business, our goal is to generate minimum 1 million customers, okay, minimum, okay? It can't be less than that. It has to be at least 1 million customers, okay? And so I'm not saying that, all brand ambassadors should have that as their goal, right? But let me use some smaller numbers for individuals, okay? I know my number's realistic. I know it's a done deal, etc., right? But if we just, again, go back, and I'll do the calculation, but go back to saying, if you have 100 customers, okay? So all of a sudden now, OConnect is out there and you've generated 100 customers. These are people who have purchased OConnect, right? And let's just say, okay, we don't know what the numbers are, right, as far as compensation, okay? But let's just throw some numbers out there. Let's just say, okay, if all that you were able to generate is $1,000 per customer for the entire year, this is not per month, for a whole year, this is $1,000. So it simply means if you have 100 customers, you generate $1,000 per month from each customer utilizing the product, that's simply $100,000 in that year. Okay, very, very simple. All right. Now, if that number is still too big for you, okay, divide it by 10. Okay, so it's $10,000. Okay, you made $100 per year from one customer utilizing that product, and you have 100 customers, so you made $10,000 US for that year. Okay, now If you live in America, you may think, well, $10,000 not a lot of money, okay? Because you live in America, right? But for somebody who lives in Papua New Guinea, for somebody who lives in India, and we know in India there's what, 1.4 billion people over there, right? For somebody who live in South Africa, you understand? The Caribbean, there are lots of places around the world where $10,000 is a lot of money. And I'm going to come back to the USA. Let's say it is $10,000, but did you work 40 hours a week to generate that $10,000? Are you working week after week after week, month after month after month to generate that $10,000? There are people in their 401k that's not generating $10,000. Some people don't even have a 401k. Okay? There's some people's bank accounts that don't have $10,000 in it. You understand, folks? So it's important that we put things in perspective, right? Now, let's throw that one out. Okay, and here's the second one, right? Maybe you have 1,000 customers. Okay, maybe you're one of those people that, you know what, I'm not even waiting for the company to do anything. I'm just going to just go, you know, crazy and get this product out there on my own. Maybe you have the ability to do so, folks. We're going to utilize the free products to attract a lot of individuals to come in, and they will be exposed. So I believe having 1,000 customers is easy. We should be able to close our eyes and do just that. Okay? 1,000 customers. Okay, so you make $100 a year. Right? Now remember, this is not money pie in the sky. This is not money out of thin air. Okay, you have 1,000 individuals who purchased a product called OConnect. They purchased it. Okay, it's a real product, right? No different than people are spending thousands of dollars a month utilizing Zoom. So we're saying 1,000 people purchased this product, and if all you did, all you generated, again, we don't know what the compensation is. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just saying if all it was you're making $8.33 a month. That's what you're generating as a commission. Just $8.33 a month. Still $100,000 in 1 year. You understand, folks? Right? So this is why we don't need to talk about numbers. This is why everyone should understand that from a financial standpoint, from an income standpoint, because every business, I don't care if you're a nonprofit, you're still trying to make money. Every business is still trying to make money. Okay, now some of just go about it the wrong way. Some of us just have the wrong intent. Okay, and so on. But every business, that's the whole point of it being a business. Okay, you're trying to generate revenues. And if your revenue is greater than your expense, you're in profit. Okay, some businesses, they make sure that their expense is equivalent to their revenue, so there is no profit at the end of the day. Okay, that's also a viable model, folks. All right, you just don't want your expense to be more than your revenue. That you don't want, okay, because you'll not be in business very long. Okay, so the bottom line is with those two simple examples is that it doesn't matter how you dice it, slice it, folks. Okay, what we have is something that is remarkable. Why? Because it does not depend upon your knowledge or skill. Maybe you're a lawyer. Maybe you're a doctor. I know we have so many people on passive. I don't think I've ever seen so many engineers in my life. Everybody's got an engineering degree on passive for some reason. Okay, everybody's got a doctorate. You know, it's amazing, right? And I think that speaks volume, you know, to the people that we're attracting and that we've already attracted, right? But the point is that if you're a doctor, okay, that's what you do. You're not a salesperson. Okay, you don't know how to sell. Even the same tools that doctors use, they have somebody else, not the doctor, they have somebody else that sells them, right? And these are tools that the doctors are using every day. Okay, you could be a lawyer. Doesn't matter, but that's what you do. You practice law. You're not a salesperson. There's people for that, right? And so our business is no different. You get engaged in a business, you're a great cook. I've used this example so many times. You are a great cook, a fantastic cook, the best chef in the world. but it doesn't mean that you know how to run a business. It doesn't mean that you know how to sell. You just know how to do what you do, which is being a great chef. You understand? So with our business, we need experts to do all of the sales stuff, all of the marketing, advertising, all of that stuff. We need experts, okay? And that's why we have an expert team. So we can just rest assured that it is a done deal. All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Brother Michael. I was trying to absorb all of what you just said, and I probably will have to find your book and start writing down those numbers. So when the time comes, I'll remind you that you did say there's a possibility I could have XYZ million from my business with ONPASSIVE. Thank you. All right, I'm passing it over to my dear sister Irene. Thank you, sis.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Brother Michael, thank you very much. Yeah, just like Sister Debbie said, some people are writing notes. Some of us are trying to absorb it. Some are even more confused. Just trying to take it in and, see the future, what opportunity they have, how fortunate and blessed they are to be a part of this company. Even though there are some that are still doubting, even with the numbers, I'm sure that even when the money will start coming, there will be still people that will still be doubting and be asking, is this all of it? Is this, So with that said, I'm sure that there are a lot of people here who also have questions or need some clarifications. And we will give this time now to you all brand ambassadors. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything that you want to clarify or contribute to this webinar today, this is your moment. And so to make that orderly, we have a question and discussion team that can help us navigate through that seamlessly. So, there will be no confusion. People are not talking over others. And so this time I will call upon our question and discussion team to take over, and I see hands already popping up. So over to you, question and discussion team.
All right, Sister Irene, because we don't know, this is a general question time, we don't know whether anybody is going to ask any proprietary question. I would like to close the YouTube part of it. So for those that are watching us, following us on YouTube, we want to say thank you for coming. We really appreciate your time with us today. Hope you've learned some great knowledge from our brother Michael. So I'm going to stop the YouTube part because we want to give a brand ambassador the opportunity to ask any question, not only on the topic. So I will stop the part, and hopefully we'll see you back next week, same time and same link, same